This video is rated T for Teen.
Clones are supposed to be carbon copies of the original, but that's not always the case. Sometimes clones may look like their original counterparts on a physical level. Internally, however, these two couldn't be any more different than their original adaptations. Bring in Nega-Shantae and Dark Samus. Near duplicates in physicality, but opposites in behavior. Today we start with two anti-doppelgangers, but we'll only end up with one. Today, we rewind Rumble. Nega-Shantae was first introduced in Shantae Risky's Revenge, and the Queen of the Seven Seas herself thought it was a good idea to create an evil version of Shantae. You could say she took a big risk. Get it? Because her name is Risky Boots? No? Okay, fine, no more puns. Now, Nega-Shantae wasn't made in an easy bake oven. Risky created her by using the genie lamp to drain Shantae's magic, corrupt it, and bend it for her own evil purposes. Later, Nega-Shantae reappears when Risky infects Shantae with a giant blast of dark magic, turning her evil. So her appearance seems nothing beyond a Smash Bros. Style palette swap, but we should never judge a book by its cover. And she's not the anti-hero type like Shadow the Hedgehog, she's more like Metal Sonic. Nega-Shantae shares many of Shantae's transformation abilities. This means she can turn into a monkey, mermaid, elephant, spider, harpy, tinkerbat, crab, bat, mouse, blobfish, and more. The catch is that she uses them in ways that the OG Shantae herself can't even compete with. As seen in Risky's Revenge, Nega-Shantae can transform into a monkey and attack Shantae with repeated monkey bullets, use the elephant form to stomp and jump on Shantae's head, or become a mermaid and bombard Shantae with a shower of mermaid bubbles. In terms of stats, Nega-Shantae should very easily be able to scale to Shantae herself. Shantae should at the very least have supersonic reaction speeds, as she can dodge bullets and dodge and react to Giga Mermaid's lightning bolts, giving her massively hypersonic reaction speeds. Shantae can also physically harm the Pirate Master, who created a storm over Scuttletown. This would generate enough kinetic energy to result in at least small city-level attack potency. Nega-Shantae's biggest weakness would be her one-dimensional mindset. Nega-Shantae seemingly has no personality beyond her evil nature. Her mindset is very formulaic, and in a long-term fight, this could make her predictable. Before you even begin to understand who Dark Samus is, you need to learn about Phazon. Phazon is a highly radioactive substance originating from the planet Phase. Phase is a sentient planet and the source of all Phazon. From Phase, the living meteors known as Leviathans were grown and sent into space to corrupt planets. After Samus kicked the crap out of Metroid Prime, Prime tried its last-ditch effort to at least take Samus down with it as sort of a double KO. Now, Samus was locked down for a bit, but she ultimately managed to escape at the price of losing her Phazon suit. So everything seemed dandy except for the fact that Metroid Prime was somehow still alive and used whatever energy it had left to combine the elements of itself, Samus, and the Phazon suit, and thus was reborn as Dark Samus. Yeah, it's like when you try to kill Megatron only to have Galvatron come back with even more power, except it's not through some Deus Ex Machina Unicron revival, more so through the Blue Brain's own wits. Now, Dark Samus is not someone you want to pass by in a dark alley, or any alley for that matter. If you thought Metroid Prime had a thing for being a total cold-blooded killer, well then I don't really have to do much persuading to let you know that Dark Samus turns things up a notch. Dark Samus has many similar abilities to the OG Samus, but with her own Phazon twist. She could fire two types of Phazon beams at enemies in the form of either a continuous stream of small shard-like bursts, or a thin laser beam which she can shoot in an arc form. She also possesses standard missiles as well as a super missile to blast opponents into small bits. This Dark Samus chick is an extremely durable life form, able to regenerate from many injuries short of a total atomic disruption, and traveling unaided through space freely between the dark and light dimensions of Ether. Now, I did refer to her as being quite cold-blooded, but she has demonstrated compassion probably once in her entire lifetime. Of course, it was only to Metroids. As far as how she treats everyone else, yeah, she is shown to be cold, calculating, sadistic, and utterly merciless. The lives of her opponents held little to no value to her, and she never hesitates to use her allies for her own personal gain. Phazon may have been one of the key responsible components for the creation of Dark Samus, but too much of it may indeed be her biggest weakness. Dark Samus can be severely harmed if she is overloaded with Phazon. And of course, she isn't omnipotent, so if you can manage to destroy her at the molecular level, there wouldn't be anything she could regenerate from.
And now, let's get ready for the fight. This battle will take place on Earth, and remember, there is no prep time. Let the battle begin!
Hopefully you enjoyed that animation, and if you did, super special thanks to Team Animation Rewind's Jorge Ortiz. Thanks, and enjoy the post-analysis. So if you were wondering why I didn't talk about any of Dark Samus' stats in the pre-analysis, well, it's because it would have given away the victor. I could sit here and shove a bunch of stats down your throat, but ultimately only these key stats are what you need to know to drive the point home that Nega-Shantae probably stands no chance against an intergalactic space murderer. First would be the speed blitzing. Metroid Prime was capable of scaling to Samus in both reactions and movement, as easily shown during their first fight together. And this is let alone the new and improved upgraded Dark Samus form. Samus herself has MFTL reactions, and as far as travel speed goes, Samus has at least Supersonic Plus running speeds with the speed boost, as it allows her to run at Mach 4.9 speeds. Nega-Shantae's fastest reaction speeds would be reacting to lightning, making her massively hypersonic, which is fast in her own right, just extremely slow compared to an MFTL Plus character. The second key stat is attack potency. Sure, Shantae could physically harm the Pirate Master, who created a storm over Scuttletown, which would generate enough kinetic energy to result in at least small city level attack potency, and this may not be too shabby, but it is too shabby compared to the small star level Dark Samus. And I'm being generous in Nega-Shantae's favor by saying small star, assuming she could easily be higher through a direct scale to the original Samus. There is no way to sugarcoat this, but there is a way to phase-on code it, and that's by saying that this is a complete stomp in Dark Samus's favor, making the winner of this Rumble, Dark Samus. Now, if you want to see a rematch with regular Shantae versus Zero Suit Samus, so no power suits, just two ponytailed heroes fighting it out, all you gotta do is like this video. If this video gets 5,000 likes, a rematch will be put into production. Don't forget to comment down your own ideas, and stay tuned as the next fighters are going to be revealed. On the next episode of Rewind Rumble.